Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining early. For those of you who are here now, before I even put out my APBs to everybody that we went live, sorry that it's been a little bit. We've had to put streaming on the back burner when I went to go see the Liverpool game. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to stream for a few days now, but I'm excited to be back to talk to you guys. We're also now at the end of all of the money that we had earned, basically. So now we get to do all of the things that I preach to you guys and show you how, I would earn my gold back if I had to do it again, with guild traders, different gold methods and whatnot. So we're going to kind of show off some different things. It is just true, I'm down to 187,000 gold. I feel like that's pretty broke, I will say we do a lot of bank Telvar, so part of it might be showing off converting Telvar to gold, because I want to show off different things. Today, we're going to be focused on how to find items generally inside of Thieves Guild refuges, which means, unfortunately, we're going to have to put Isabel away, because Isabel is going to be very upset if we go into any Thieves Guild refuges. So we're going to bring out Ember, who will be absolutely chuffed that we are going to Thieves Guild refuges and buying random odds and ends. So the goal for this gold method is pretty straightforward, is that we're just going to go take a little trip to a bunch of Thieves Guild refuges. It's really just that simple. I'm going to put on some music. However, two problems with putting on music I've noticed, and that's twofold. One, Spotify will sometimes play music that you shouldn't be playing, even when you put on a Spotify playlist that's literally just Skyrim music. Bit weird that Skyrim music has DMCA'd music on there that I've noticed, and so because of that, that's been a bit of a problem. So I want to have to keep that in mind as we go through things here. And the second problem is that my Spotify recommendations for songs that I have on repeat is literally just Skyrim music at this point. So unfortunately, you guys are ruining my playlist, because every time I want to play a song that's like, hey, let me just play my on repeat playlist, all the songs that I'm just absolutely loving right now, you can see that it's literally also filled with a bunch of random Skyrim songs in addition to a bunch of other random music that's like RPG music. So, fantastic. Like, here's an example. You can see that we put on a Skyrim playlist, and it's playing Total War music, which you might think, oh, that's me. It's pretty thematic, though, Jake. Well, the problem is that my YouTube playlists are having problems where it's like, actually, if you play this music belongs to somebody. So I want to do this, and I think there's like a way you can do it to where it doesn't play musics from outside. Might try it again still. Well, I just have to make sure I talk really loudly through the whole stream. See, I just don't know how to do stuff like that while I'm actually streaming. Where's the volume? Huh. I'm gonna play the... There we go. Alright, so there's that. Might turn it down just a pinch, just so that way when the YouTube copyright gods come at me, they'll be like, well, do we really need to get them for this? And the answer will be yes, because people who run those stations that copyright claim people, they have no souls. I think the first Thieves Guild refuge is like over here. Oh no, it's not. It's all the way over there. That's why I can't multitask. So we're gonna go through some different tactics here. Where is it? I've not been here for such a long time. So I do use OBS. The problem that I run into with OBS is I can't include my volume from my actual computer. Is the only problem I run into when I use OBS. For some reason, it will not let me add it because I don't know if it's because I use Mac Studio. It just doesn't register it as an option. All right, so everybody's always talking about flipping being the greatest way to make gold, and it's pretty decent realistically, because essentially all you're doing is just wandering around, going from zone to zone, just leeching off of what other people have listed for money, essentially. And so what are the tactics and things that you want to do? There's a couple things you can do. I generally like to go time and then descending, because if it's been listed more recently, you have a higher chance to make your gold back off of it. So like, here's an example. Order of the Hour staves and daggers, you probably could sell for like 6,000 to 8,000 gold on the open market. Although I think this chest is probably worth closer to 16. So in theory, we could buy all of these right now. We'll do it just to see, you know, how fast some of these things resell. Just to give it an example, we probably could list this up for, you know, Rothgar, bad map to get maps in, decent one to go through. The Tapestry Tribute Wall. Buy that also. I might use that for myself. New Moon is actually ridiculously cheap. I would not encourage anybody to buy that one to resell. Rothgar Treasure Map, 200 gold. We could probably flip that also. Companion Jewelry. Unfortunately, it's penetration. We don't need any more penetration in our lives. Not really anything super special. Chromium plates, slaughter stones. Now we're starting to get to the stuff that's been listed for a little bit longer. What is this? Less than your legs. The other thing that will be very important to consider too is just because you can make money off something doesn't necessarily mean that you should. I love these, by the way. These are so cool. Just the fact that you can have like buckets and pots and pans is incredible. I don't have this. That's interesting. Huh. Dubious Karn. Cyber skill. So here's another thing too. Is a lot of you guys might be keen to notice that this is a good example of style pages, right? Style pages would sell for more than 1,000 gold, but here's the problem with style pages, right? How many of you guys right now actively are searching for style pages? Very few of you, especially this specific one. How many of you are searching in the ways that I am inside of Mournhold? Nobody in Mournhold is going time descending, right? And because of that, you're in a situation where if you start buying these cheap style pages, yeah, you might be able to sell them zone chat maybe, but the effort that you're going to be putting in to get like 5,000 to 10,000 gold on console is just not worth it. New Moon is also just for some reason ridiculously cheap. Kind of touched upon that earlier. Interesting furnishing plan though. For 930 gold, that feels like a decent deal. Do I have that? I do have that one unlocked already. The other thing too with Ivory Brigand legs for 1,000. That just feels like that's way. I'll just throw those up for 8,000 and see if they sell. Jamora is also another one that you just don't want to ever invest in because it's been out for so long. Ragada though, we'll take that for 1,000, and we'll list that up for light companion gear for max health. So close. And as we get closer to 25 days, we're getting to stuff that people have probably already looked at already and gone, do I want this bread for 3,000 gold? This is where it becomes, this one we've probably milked dry as to everything that we're going to get value-wise. So the goal for this series is we are going to go down, do a bunch of different zones, right? And we are going to try to spend all of our gold today, and then we're going to list up everything overnight. We'll see how much we get back tomorrow. Well, we're broke because I gave away all my gold. And I donated it all to charity. And by charity, I mean all of you at previous streams. You guys are the best charity cases for just 62 cents, you know, per character. I need to switch my preset. My preset correct now? There it is. For just 50 gold a day, you can turn a mid-game ESO player into an end-game player. It is. That's why a lot of people, I think, don't take console creators as seriously, is because we look broke. Rightfully so. I also realize I'm running towards the bank like a little silly Billy. Where can I get a Daggerfall shield motif? Well, generally, your best bet is to just buy it on the open market right now because you were able to get it in the Jubilee event. The Zenthar event will also have motif drops, so, you know, you'll be able to do that as well. Can you have some? Unfortunately, you're a bit late. Maybe, though. Well, maybe I'll just keep myself consistently broke. That way I can accurately test out gold methods, you know? And then I can clickbait all of you with giveaways. Instead of iPhone giveaways, it'll just be like 1 million gold. I mean, that's, you know... Isn't that better than a brand new iPhone? Also, I apologize in advance. I've had this weird cough all day. Where in the Sam Hell is the Guild Trader? Hello? Who designed the Arteron? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Lemmy. I never don't want to build on it. All right, let's see, squad. What do we got? Overpriced companion lightning staffs. I'd hate to be that guy, but that's going to be a bit of an ask. Got some rugs. Rugs are generally not something. Now, people will ask, and I do get this in the comments, what furniture should I sell and how should I sell it? Number one way to sell furniture, in my opinion, is set up a home with different areas in it, right? Set up a home with different areas and then mark the areas that all the items on this rug are 5,000 gold. All the items on this rug are 10,000 gold. All the items on this are 20,000 gold. That is the, in theory, best way to sell furniture. Why? How many people are going through Guild Traders looking for furniture? It just, unfortunately, is just not very many. You know, how many people are coming and looking for a Redguard sofa in the Arteron Thieves' Refuge? Not that many. We're only even seeing it because we're searching from time descending, which some people will do, but how many people are going to look at this and think, ooh, now's the time for me to invest? Although I don't have these, I'm going to buy those. Don't judge me. You know, technically, we're not going to flip those. Here's another example, though I think I might get this for myself because I don't have it, and I like to have everything. But in theory, the only reason that's selling is because I personally don't have those items. Alright. I would never try to resell these style pages just because they're not going to resell, but I need them, so I'm going to buy them for myself. Please don't judge me. Repurchased. Oh, no, we don't have that one either. Look at me. I don't have fucking anything, apparently. I don't have this either. Alright, so now we get to the motifs. Ebon Shadow Boot, 7,500. Here's another tricky, sticky thing that you don't want to find yourself in, right? You could sell this, I'm convinced, for 10 to 11,000 gold, but you're going to lose on a listing fee, and you're going to have a cut taken of that from the Guild Trader. You get taxes on it, right? Nobody loves taxes. That's why we all commit tax fraud, right? So, because of that, you would not want to invest in this, even though, in theory, you could make 4,000 gold. Because you got to start thinking in percentages as well. Also, too, it's going to be taking up a listing space. You know, do you really want to be wasting a listing space on something like that? Probably not. I respect the hustle greatly of listing up these crafted sets, by the way. I love the hustle. Just seeing if anything jumps out at me. Nothing's jumping out. Nothing's jumping at me, which is good. I don't want any jumping spiders. So my mind goes to when I think of jumping. All right, we're not gonna go. We'll go to Craglorn. No, Craglorn doesn't have a Thieves Refuge, does it? Cyrodiil, no Thieves Refuge there. We were at Deshawn already. This is how I just go from place to place. East March, let's go check that out. I apologize in advance again for the cough. But yeah, I would recommend donating. You just give those to new players. Wish they expanded housing and made an actual reason for everyone to have a house and make more easily available like guild halls and everything. It could be a fun, great, really fun feature. I will say though, they are adding Q3 is a housing update. We don't know what it is. I do like the guild hall update that they did, even though it was relatively small. Does Craglorn have one? Ooh, Mall of the Trainee. 4,240 gold. We'll pass on that. But that's tantalizing. A little tantalizing there. Unfathomable Darkness is actually a decent ring to do. Fun fact, because if you're ever like, why are some rings good and some rings bad? Well, if you go to the Clockwork City, you'll notice that it's not being invaded by Molag Bal. And because of that, it can be really annoying to get rings. And Unfathomable Darkness is a set that actually sells somewhat well. Some people will still recommend it for PvP setups and whatnot. I don't think it's anything really special, but some people really like it. A Blackwood treasure map. Yoink. When you have situations like that too, it's going to be an interesting situation you find yourself in as well. And I find myself thinking this too when it comes to, I can't not buy that for that price, but distracting myself. When you get treasure maps that cheap, that also have the chance to get good items, you're going to find yourself thinking, is it better to get the map and resell the map, or to loot what is in the treasure map? So basically to go out and pick up the treasure map. I generally lean towards just reselling the treasure map because you're guaranteeing that you're going to get something back from it, essentially. Was there a Skyrim map there too? Did I miss that? Yes, that's a decent one as well. Vardenfell, actually, will probably take those two. Not Crag. Well, I wrote the Cragler ones. Murkmire. I feel like the Murkmire sets are not selling as much as they should currently. Companion 500. No, not that one. Gold Coast, Craglorn. Gold. I mean, Craglorn's one that I think to myself, you know, you probably could make a little bit of money off of those. I will also be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose aggressively. I didn't want to do that in front of all of you and embarrass myself. All right, so now let's go to the actual East March City. That is a good point too. You can convert your crime mimic stones into gold. Alright, where is the... There's the refuge. Thank you all, by the way, for stopping by and watching the video, being around. Make sure to hit the like button if that's alright, you know, if everything seems to be above par with you. I hadn't said anything too controversial yet. Like I was saying, I generally recommend selling the maps as is because sometimes I think it's just not worth the gamble, you know? It's kind of like selling raw fish, you know? Maybe it's just because I don't feel lucky very often, but I personally just always lean towards just sell the whole thing and sell the gamble to somebody else. All right, Terror Squad, what do we got? Worm Cult boots, tempting, but not for me. What the heck? I did not know that you could get this. I did not know this item existed, and I feel really goofy. Where do you get this? Am I dumb? Can somebody explain to me where you get this? Fighters Guild citation. Hey, I'm about to look this up because I know that you could buy these for your companions. What in the world? Yeah, I get that it's a scroll. Thank you. Well, here's Elder Scrolls Forum. New item I did not see in Update 40. So it must have been added in Update 40. Just doing this from the Mages Guild Daily. It's pretty cool. I maxed out but did not see... Okay, so you can actually get these from Update 40 by doing the dailies. You get a Mages Guild one too. It sounds like the Mages Guild one is actually one that people are usually interested in. No, so this isn't from the event. This is from... So the daily... The event ones upgrade your companions. This actually works for you. Well, thank you, Drinky. In dailies. That's interesting. So you can get it. I thought so. The Reddit post here that I'm reading makes it seem like you get it from doing the guild dailies. I don't remember ever seeing this item. That's crazy. Well, here I am. I don't know. What do I know? You know, nothing apparently. Gloom Edge boots. Plague Break Restoration Staff. I don't know. That's... Fortunately, nothing really in this zone that's tickling the pickle. Alright. Let's check out Northern Elsewhere. Let's see if the dragons have dragged some loot with them. Sell them 8 gold. Yeah, I don't know how much their value is because I didn't even know that it existed. So from Google, it gives you 1% of the max XP you need to get to max out. So if you're Mages Guild 1 and you popped one of those bad boys, you would then be able to... 100 of those will get you to max Mages Guild 10. So it seems like it's pretty decent. And to be completely honest, leveling up your Mages Guild is a bitch. Is it a good money method, though, to go on multiple characters to level up their Mages Guild and try to roll for those containers? I also don't know if you're more likely to get a container just because you're doing the corresponding guild line. Obviously, my suggestion to all of you right now would be to do your daily Undaunted keys because, as we know, it's coming. The good monster sets are coming. And if you act now, you can save up some keys. This is the most obtuse way to get into a Thieves Guild refuge. You know, I used to be of the mindset, right, that, like, people would find these so easily, right? I was like, how can you hide something in plain sight. Like, surely people are going to find these. And then I realized that my apartment building has a basement floor, and I didn't notice it because I just never walked behind the stairwell on the far side of the building. I was like, oh, there's a whole extra floor to a building that I've lived in for 2.5 years at that point. Maybe you can hide things in plain sight, and people, if they just don't walk that way, will just never pick up on them. Ooh, I don't even any listings in the last 3 days. That's not a good sign. This is not a great one. Although I do like these stairs, but I don't think these stairs are worth more than 20,000, or at least not much more than 20,000. Also slowly losing. You guys said Craglorn had one. Let's test that theory out. What are my thoughts on the upcoming trading changes? So I like part of it, and I dislike another part of it. I like that listings are only going to be 14 days. Yet we're flipping items with the amount of gold that we have left. Just kind of talking about stuff as we go. So what I like about it is I think there is one. Look at that. You guys are right. What I like about it is that it will force the economy to be a little bit snappier with guild changes, right? So when an event ends, you know, for example, like Bewitched Sugar Skulls during the Halloween event, 30 days after the Halloween event are still pretty devalued because everybody's listing them, selling them, undercutting each other. By having half the time to do that, it's going to really change people's mindset of like, you know, how much do I want to start listing these items for, knowing that I have to sell this within 14 days and not the traditional time period. So from that aspect, I think it will be good. I think it's going to really help a lot of event items like the Opal style pages, which are pretty sought after and usually take so long to kind of re-trickle back down into the economy. So I think it will help items retain their value faster that are event-specific items. I don't like the mail changes because I do think it's a bit of a tight turnaround for a lot of mailing items. I don't think that they needed... I feel like they could have done one or the other, not both of those changes. I think it's going to keep people on blast. Oof, no listings in the transmutation though. 2 point. Potentially the right Monday. We'll buy it, you know, why not? We'll probably list it for 10,000. See if we get it. See if we get any bites. What are the glowing papers books randomly lying around the world like Guild Mages books but not blue and don't seem to level anything? That might be... there's lore books as well, but there's like basic stuff, like just random books that are like relevant. And if you get enough of these, some of these also are tied to like books that you could place in your house essentially. So like seeing these books basically can allow you to then place some of these books through different vendors in your home. Alright, Craglorn was uncharacteristically terrible. I don't know why. I feel like that was a bit of a letdown. I think there should have been a little more stuff there. Been to Deshawn, been to... I've not been to Galen yet. Let's see what's in Galen. Galen might have something for us. And thank you, Root Problems. Glad to be back. Losing my voice slowly, and went off stream for a moment to take, you know, one Night Quill, one Day Quill. That way I would have energy, but not too much energy, and you know, would still get the saving that I needed. Yeah, I want to try to go through all. I'm just going through alphabetical order, just based on the guild trade, or just based on like who's near what way shrine. It's kind of my like way to just do it in like semi-alphabetical order. Just join whatever you got going on today, says Rambo. So we are going through and flipping items. We've basically made ourselves broke, and now we're going to try to reflip some items back. And as we go, we're just going to talk about items, certain things that are easier to flip versus harder to flip. Why that is, just, something a little bit different that we don't normally get to see. How's it going, Big Daddy Mango? And BB says, the issue is many Elder Scrolls Online gamers don't craft Master Writs or PvP. They don't know that they can get free storage using Writ tickets, Telvar stones to buy storage. I started on a PvP because I need more storage. Fair point. How's it going, Joni? I also apologize if I sound more like Lois Griffin today than normal. Unfortunately, I'm losing my voice slowly throughout the week. And I wish it was because something, I went to Liverpool recently, shouting and everything else, but I didn't lose my voice then. This is like a week later I've lost my voice. And I think it's because I'm getting sick for some stupid reason. Anything that says a Daedric in front of it, it's probably not worth it, unfortunately. Yet we're looking for cheap items, just talking about stuff that you might want to flip, you might not want to flip. Also, just because we haven't touched upon it yet, is there a difference between a dagger, legs, gloves, daggers, axes, belts? Yes. Generally, rule of thumb, I don't know why I pointed with not thumbs, rule of thumbs, the bigger the item, the more money it's worth to others. It makes sense, right? If you're decorating a character, you're going to spend more gold on the pieces that are bigger, right? Like a chest piece is big. It takes up your whole chest. Unless you have a really obtuse character, like the ones that you can build in Ark Survival Evolved, where you can like crush your chest in. But this is the Elder Scrolls Online. Bigger pieces, more prominent pieces, worth more gold. Also, the odds of you needing it, it makes it worth more. For example, how many of you right now use daggers? Probably not that many. As many of you that are going to have helmets. All of you guys are going to be wearing a helmet unless you use a costume over it. Same with chest pieces, legs, boots, hands. But obviously, belts are so tiny. How many of you want to spend 100,000 plus gold on a belt? You don't care how rare it is because it's tiny. You're going to have to take it off when you go to the airport, depending on what airport you go to. Buy the most solid motif. Exactly. Have them in the background. This is my new Liverpool jersey. I bought like 3 of these when I was over there. I was in the motherland. That's the main reason that weights and axes are so cheap. It's true. These are all things that you guys want to be circulating in those brainal compartments as you flip items. I'm also a completionist, so I understand what that's like, Rambo. You just go through and you just start getting everything. Everything. Now we go to Reaper's March. This is the easiest way to go through, in my opinion. I like to go through it as best alphabetical as possible. I spent errands around 200k for celestial gloves. They're awesome. That is true. There are always exceptions to each thing too. So shoulders are not, the most prominent piece, but there are some pretty dope looking shoulders that can add a lot of razzle dazzle, as the kids say, to your appearance. So because of that, they might be worth a little bit more. I think that it is going to make prices overall go down for more common items, and then prices will go up for more expensive items. Because I think people are going to list them less kind of wimbly-bimbly. People for all your generic stuff, like your materials and whatnot, that's just going to be like, fuck it, just throw those kudas up there for whatever, right? And, it's funny, I bought this yesterday for 150,000. I guess I'm the hooligan, aren't I? And so because of that, so this is actually a decent deal. I wonder. Hang on, we're gonna do a price checker here because I'm curious. Well, it is also available inside of the Filer Ool vendor, so we can't profit too much off of it, because if anybody truly wanted it, they could spend their archival fortunes on it. But also, a lot of people are saving theirs because they don't want to waste money on it. All right, common range 230,000 to 400,000. So this is a decent deal. This would eat up a lot of our money. So, but you know what? We're gonna put a big ticket up on there. I buy and sell epic chess pieces. Been doing it for a couple of years. It's fun. And since they clamped down on botting, my sales have gone from 20 items a day to 2 if I'm lucky. What do you mean since they've clamped down on botting? Hey Jake, I believe you bought that Malakina page from me. I know, I'm getting ripped off. I'm finding it for half the price here. But it's not, you didn't rip me off though. I'm looking here. It was a fair price, common range. I'm curious though how many people are going to be in the market for it. A tapestry drop. Jake, do you know if increased Valden Pharaoh's PD drop was an event temporary bug because that item popped up like fungus in the past? I don't know what they did to it. I think that they fixed, so ever since, and I don't want to take credit for it, but you know, ever since a lot of items have been getting highlighted like, hey, this random piece of fungus is worth 6 million gold that drops from Vardenfell because it fucking never comes. That I think the developers have started to take note of those and gone, maybe, perhaps, we should buff these because nobody owns these items and they're being sold for 100 million gold. I think that's what's more than likely happening, but I could not tell you exactly. It does seem like a steal, Drew, so don't worry. You gave me a good deal. I'm going to try to resell this. Everything that we're buying, we're going to try to resell to prove a point. And we might have to farm some items. I might try to gamble some of my Televar away just to be like, hey guys, you know, this is how it all goes. Not bought in Crown Store. What was the piece that was affected by Crown Store gifting? Also, by the way, it's incredible that we have 93 plus viewers here. You guys are crazy. What is the going price for a 150 XP scroll recipe? Are you on Xbox NA? Because I can pull it up on my price checker app for you, if you would like. Hang on, let me get to the refuge. I think I'm on the wrong side of the wall. Darn it. I do think, though, that the other unforeseen change with the 14-day listings will also be because everybody's listing items for cheaper. The ESO economy will be a bit more circular, like the Ozburrow. Ooh, the snake that eats itself. Oh my god. So because you will have more money, because you could be listing up things and selling them faster, potentially, too, you're going to have gold quicker, and then can turn around and get things a little bit faster. Thank you for the subscription, by the way, Preston, on YouTube. Also, while I'm here, thank you for your informational YouTube vids you've ever put out. Was one of the first subs on here, and you're always my go-to. Well, thank you. Clear, concise, and helpful. I don't know if I always can call myself concise and clear, depending on the tangents, but I appreciate it. I have 2 listed, but they're not selling. What do you have them listed for, Rambo? $2 million each. All right, let me get to the guild trader. Can you spell their names for me, Rambo? While I find this guild trader here, I keep running to the wrong side. Apparently, is it above me? Am I dumb? Oh my gosh! Don't judge me. And now there's not even going to be anything good in here. Watch. Okay, this is a good start. 30-day listings, amazing start. Swords. Not phenomenal, but that's all right. Shoulder, 4K. Ebonheart packed belt. Belt's not the greatest. Okay, you know, we've got a... What is this? A bar? Mm-hmm. Okay. A purple or a, you know, green healing staff. It's not terrible. Ooh, that's actually kind of funny. We've run out of gold. I can't buy certain items now. I feel the pinch. Feel the pinch on my my ESO economy. Yeah. Is this what it feels like to be broke? Where you look at stuff and it's in red. It kind of hurts actually. All right. Let us see. Oh, these prices are significantly better. Everything is about 4 times more expensive on your dirty PC console. You little rapscallions over there. You little silly billies. And what you guys should do is just go buy all of the good items really quickly in all of the Thieves Guild refuges before I get to them. That would make the stream exceptionally fun. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Alright, recipe, ethereal ambrosia. Ooh. Common range right now is between 850,000 to 1.6 million. So your 2 million each is going to be a bit on the high end, unfortunately. And for those of you who are interested, what I'm looking at is, let me see if I have it. Okay, hang on. Make sure we don't have a Vosh moment here. You guys don't see my fault. I'm just kidding. I know. Think how I feel. Just give it all away. Pull myself up from my bootstraps just to prove a point. Where is this is what I'm looking at, by the way. So this is the price checker. I put this in my descriptions for you guys because I love all of you. And you guys can see here, Mythic, Ethereal Ambrosia. You can see 15 sales recorded recently. And the common range is this. So if you guys were like, oh, what does potato sell for? You could be like, potato. All right. And you can see, look, 23 to 40 gold. Or 23 to 80 gold. I don't know why I said 40. Probably because I saw 49 and got scared halfway through. I have a little bit of anxiety trying to read from the screen. For those of you who don't know why, when I used to record my videos, I used to actually stream them to Twitch from my Xbox using my headset, right? Like a little gamer. And if I would make mistakes, I would have to record like whole 10-minute segments again, and I would cry to myself. Sometimes not just to myself. You probably hear the tears in the video. And because of that, sometimes reading is not the easiest for me. So what I will do is confidently mispronounce words. And some of you guys picked up on this in the comments section because you'll be like, Jake, that is nowhere near how you were to pronounce that word. And to that I say, I know. But it's better to confidently mispronounce words than it is to be like, Earth Iliada Bones, and then just sound unconfident. Versus if I said Earth Alien Bones hat, you guys would be like, okay, you sound confident when you said that. Does this only track Xbox prices? Yes, but what I would say is that generally the consoles are comparatively close, and then I also have a PC checker that you guys can also reference as well. So if you guys want to look at PC prices, you guys are PC gamers, you can reference those as well, and it'll be decent for you. That's a heavy chest piece, 2.2%. I wonder how many people, though, are investing in blue companion gear. Not going to risk it, but it does intrigue me. Color me intrigued. Celestial maces. Minotaur boots. Like a lot of these motifs I look at and I'm like, yeah, I could probably sell them for slightly more. The problem that you're going to run into is kind of a couple things, right? One, we have limited funds right now, and because of that, yeah, there's a Xbox price checker. I could put it in the thing for you if you'd like. Hang on, let me throw that bad boy in. What are you, in the Twitch or the YouTube chat? You are in the YouTube chat. Hang on, let me put it in that thing for you. Just, leave my stream up, please. With the volume on, with no ad blocker, please. Kidding. I can post in my own chat, right? Yep. All right, there we go. I think I actually have links blocked, so let me see if my own message gets deleted. Oh, no, there it is. There you guys go. Boom. Just for you guys. I love you. If you're on Twitch, just type that in manually. High elf, chest, drawers. I don't want to buy any more things for myself. Ooh. It says this is spiked. Where are the spikes? Not seeing them. Alright, that is... Well, I guess I should see... I just gotta quickly peruse the treasure maps, because some people drastically devalue treasure maps. Those are probably fairly rated. What zone are we in? We are in Way Rest. So let's keep going down the old alphabet. Let's go all the way to the bottom. You know, screw it. We're going to Western Skyrim. Also, thank you guys. We're ranging between 80 and 100 people right now. I think we're right now exactly 89. And so thank you. There's quite a few of you lovely juvlies that are stepping by, especially with my voice sounding like I'm slowly becoming dehydrated in the desert. Like I'm swallowing sand while I record right now for you guys. It's like an anti-SMR stream. What's fascinating about PCEU is that PCEU's inflation is not as bad as PCNA's, and I always found that fascinating. Thankfully, it's just easy to get gold on PC. So, like, if you were like, "Oh man, I got to restart on PC," ooh, like you can get gold really quickly. I mean, you sell like 10 perfect raw on PCNA and you're a millionaire. You sell 10 perfect raw on Xbox and you're 250,000 air. What's up, Jakey boy? What are we doing today for a challenge? We have made ourselves broke. So what we are doing is flipping items, talking about some notable things, right? What are things to avoid? What are things to look out for, etc., etc.? That feels exceptionally low for an Erodium plate. Hang on. Am I crazy? No, it's not. The average price of an Erodium plate right now is 129 gold. That is crazy. Man. What's sad too, so this is a named item. You can tell because it's got a name that's not just Spriggan's Lightning Staff. The unfortunate reality is if you get a named item, you're going to struggle to sell it because how many people are searching Spinner's Fractured Femur? Really nobody. You know, I could put on a voice, alterator. I could put on one of those for you. We're going to also yoink up this Reach treasure map here. Gentle yoink that. Is this it? Is this all that's listed in this guild trader? Hello? Is that it? Is that a second page? Let's be funny. This is like all the same guy. So that's Punchy Worm. Still Punchy Worm. You saw the maps and the things too. Oh, that's Rain. 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 Rain, 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 rain. Yeah, that's just two guys selling in this guild trader. Bit crazy, but all right, to each their own. Everybody, can do what they want. This is a free-ish zone. Everyone's got rights and privileges. I saw one of my favorite artists in a concert at the end of his tour. His voice was absolutely toast, but I had a great time because he was just happy to be here. I feel like that's what's happening to me. What would you say treasure maps should go for on Xbox? I've been selling DLC ones for 1 to 5k and others around 300. Well, dear friend, you're probably going to want to look up each individual map because certain ones have, like, for example, Vardenfell. Good example. Vardenfell has some decent sets in it, and it's hard to get jewelry. So because of that, Vardenfell gets a little bit of a little bonus, if you will, versus like elsewhere treasure maps, which are a bit meh. But then you've got places like High Isle, which have also rare motifs and stuff that drop from them. So DLC maps are all over the place. Your best bet, unfortunately, is to just price check each one individually, and then you'll get a gauge as you kind of go through it and learn these are the DLC zones that have better maps. I do have a treasure map video. It's like 10 minutes long where I talk about like why each zone is good or bad, you know, if the sets are decent to sell, because obviously you might get set pieces, you might get motifs, you could get, you know, whatever from that zone. And because of that, each one is just so vastly different. Also consider too places that like don't have places to get jewelry. So to get jewelry, you got to open treasure maps. And some of the base game ones also have ancestral ones that you can get, which are potentially pretty decent as well. These are some really hopeful prices. Let's flip that. Yeah, see, like the Deadlands maps are like Harold or is saying are pretty good. Dragon Guard boots. So a lot of these items are below their market value by a pinch. The problem is they need to be a bit lower than a pinch for us to be able to resell them. Also, here's a good example of something that confuses people. People are selling this necklace not because they're going to wear it. It's because they're going to deconstruct it for research. Research can be a pretty good way to fill up your guild trader slots. Jake, what does filling up a guild trader slot mean? Well, if you're paying to be in a guild trader, or if you're just in a guild trader in general, you want to keep those listings full. Now, I've emptied the majority of mine so that we could do this together. But if you're thinking to yourself, man, I want to fill my guild traders, what are some things that I could fill it with? You can sell traits like Bloodthirsty for a little bit of money. People might come through and buy those traits because they're going to want to learn it, so that way they could transmute their pieces to get it. Ever since the transmute station was included, it's pretty helpful to sell traits to people because, you know, they might need them. More than likely, they're going to want to have access to them. And because of that, you can make a little chunk of change and easily fill a guild trader slot without having to put too much effort in. We're gonna snatch the worm cult legs. Might be a little hopium, but we're gonna hopium. I go to the guild traders for pricings, then compare them to zone sales for the average prices on items. That's a great way to do it also. What does this look like? Ugly. Why is this worth so much money? I guess I don't even have that one. I have this one, though, apparently. Why is this worth so much money? It also looks not very good. I mean, I like the Deadlands stuff generally, but, I mean, not this much. A lot of hopium in some of these items here. Alright, that'll be about that one. We are down to 23,000 gold, which is good. My goal, I want us to be tapped out completely. And then we're going to start listing up items. We're going to have probably just a few thousand gold just so that way we can list up some stuff. But we overall will be completely broke. I'm also going to reset the chat here because you guys are not refreshing for some reason. Alrighty, so it is over here. And what we are going to do is called gambling after this. We are going to open up some Telvar boxes, because normally I would say to you that Hajaku runes are the best way to convert your Telvar, and I believe that's true. I believe in my heart of hearts that's the best thing for you to do, but it's not fun for me to just show you guys the best thing to do. Let's try something different, put a little razzle in that dazzle, and we're going to see if it's better to gamble your Telvar on opening boxes to make that money. Because they're used in cobbles. Huh. Alright. Not hopeful for Somerset, but it's really only worth that much? Huh. This seems pretty cheap. Is that really only worth 300? I mean, obviously we can't afford it, but I feel like that mass should be worth at least a little bit more than that. Let's take a peek. 250 to 425 Thou Wow is the price on that. That is interesting. I would have thought that would have just been worth at least a little bit more than that. All right. Grundwolf Shoulder. Now that seems like that's overpriced. Grundwolf Mask. I'm curious how much of that's actually worth. Obviously out of our price range, but just to see out of curiosity. Grundwolf is worth between 400,000 and 1.5 million. Now that is a very wide range. So that's actually right smack dab in the middle. Dremora, never buy Dremora ever, 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 ever. You even think about buying a Dremora motif to resell, I will slap you with a pool noodle. I should buy a pool noodle just for this bit where I always tell you guys if you ever do anything like that, I will smack you with the pool noodle. Been there, been there. We'll have to manually pay to transport ourselves here. How accurate is that price checking app? Well, it's interesting that you asked. It's a great question. And it goes for anything that you purchase ever in life, in ESO. Let's say so this right here is a Liverpool championship medal that I bought when I went to Liverpool. This is a very interesting tangent. I promise it will make sense. The value that this has to some of you guys might be worthless. If you guys are Liverpool fans, it might be worth a lot, like it is to me. What it was actually valued at was like about 10 pounds, about 12 bucks. And I was like, you know what? That's awesome. I'll put it in my stream background at some point. I love Liverpool. I think it's awesome. But we're hitting upon something important here. Let's say that this medal was a set. And let's say to all of you guys who are not Liverpool fans, you're never going to use that set. To you, this is worthless. To 1% of people, it's probably got some sort of value. But even then, to those 1% of people, the value that it has to them is going to depend on how much disposable income they have and what they plan to do with it. I plan to put this in a stream background. Other people might just think, that's neat. I'm a fan. If it was a little cheaper, maybe 5 pounds, I'd buy it. But I'm not, so it's not that cheap, so I'm not going to buy it. That is the problem when it comes to listing items. Just because something sells for an amount of gold does not mean it's worth that much. That's a very weird concept to kind of go over. That's why I like using random trinkets as an example of this, because in theory, the value that this has is all over the place, from nothing to, a decent bit, depending on what you plan to do with it. Also, as an American going to Liverpool, I'm not going to pay the 10 pounds to ship this, so it was worth more to me than it would also be to somebody who lives in the local area. And I don't think any Twitch drops are coming soon, but the developers always keep those things close to the chest, those little rapscallions. But that's why price checking on ESO is so cattywampus, difficult, whatever words you want to use. Well, that was a hot voice crack. However you want to use it, because it is going to be all over the place. And the disposable income of the player base that you're selling it to will depend greatly on what you're selling. For example, there's quite a few people, you know how we were saying about listing up traits. Well, the people who generally don't have all of their traits researched are generally newer to mid-game players, and newer to mid-game players don't have as much disposable income. So you really can't price hike them as much as you can if you were selling like a high-end, furnishing piece. If you've got high-end furniture, you can milk those end-game lunatics like the pigs and cows. I'm just kidding. You can milk them dry, though, with how much gold you want to get out of them. If you get a rare furnishing, I mean, you could just all the way home. So keep that in mind when you're evaluating items for money. Why Liverpool? A bit of a weird story. I do know that they're called Scousers. And the whole strikes in the 70s, 80s, Margaret Thatcher, I know the whole history. I was educated on it. When I was in primary school, my parents were stationed. We were stationed. Obviously, I wasn't in the military when I was in elementary school. Bit of an early age if you're ever going to, join. You know what they say, you can't smoke and drink when you join the military. It'd be really bad if you could join an elementary school. But anywho, everybody there was all a fan of different teams, and the person who was a Liverpool fan was constantly bullied. But I really liked the saying of his team, which was, "You never walk alone." So this prick that was named Nick, he was an Arsenal fan. So Arsenal was like not interested in supporting them. They sound like they're a bunch of dickheads. Chelsea, bunch of arrogant rich kids, wasn't interested in them either. Chelsea is just like a part of London that's just filled with a bunch of spoiled brats. I was like not interested in that. And that's how I became interested in Liverpool, because it was, you never walk alone. That's a great saying about, being cooperative together no matter how often. I mean, as a kid, I was bouncing around all of the world, against my will. So it was like, I was like, this is a really nice saying that, no matter where you are, no matter where you're going, you never walk alone. It's a beautiful saying. Slight hater, yes. Fake news, the military taught me to smoke and drink at 17. What's the best thing to buy with AP to make some gold? Always a bit cattywampus. Generally, it's Deadly Strike. Deadly is just great with Arcanists and Templars, and everybody and their mom loves to play Arcanists and Templars. So, just join the bandwagon and sell sets that they work well with. In theory, there's like dozens of good sets that you could buy. Got whole video breakdowns on it. But the sad reality is it generally just breaks down to, hey, just get Deadly and then, go from there. That's pretty much it. But which Sugar Skull is still going for 65K? It will. I mean, sometimes before Halloween, it can balloon to as much as 120,000. But which Sugar Skulls are like a stock, right? They will gain value until Halloween, and then they will go down. Nick the Prick, LOL sound. say it, or LOL, say it fast and it sounds like he's French. Nick the Prick. It's true. Nick is a prick. Ooh, light trainee gear. Shield of the trainee. Tempting. Not tempting enough. So I will go through and I will give you, as we start listing stuff up, I'll give you an example as we go through all of the, as we start listing items up, I'll break down the listing fees and whatnot. Always an easy flip if you can sometimes find ones for under 80K. But you can usually sell them pretty good. Greetings and salutations, Jake. Oh no, where'd your thing go? Ah! It's gone. Hang on, I gotta pull up on my phone. It's been gone up too far. Greetings and salutations, Jake. On average, how much time do you spend on market work versus just playing? I average only 30 to 60 minutes a day total time. So I only generally focus on the ESO market if I'm interested in making money, or if I'm like, I just need a bunch of stuff to throw up on the market. Like, for example, if I needed, say I needed 30 more listings to cap out all of my guild traders, I'd spend enough time to just walk around, find 30 items, buy those, relist those. Right now, however, bit of a challenge more so than anything else, where we're trying to fill all of our guild trader slots. So it's a bit trickier, obviously. So it's gonna take us a little bit more time, and obviously too, we're running into the problem where I generally don't need to purchase this much stuff, because generally I don't need to fill out this many items. But what we are going to do to curb that is we are also going to use some of our Telvar stones. Where do you get militant ordinator style? Well, I shall show you a trick, my friend, that will help you in the long run. I shall show you. I think it depends, Rambo. How quickly do you need the money, All right, spoilers, Alex. Spoilers. I went to the wrong station anyway. So anytime you guys are like, man, how do I get this outfit style, right? All of these will tell you. So for example, this is the Dragon Guard helmet. Pop quiz, how do you get it? Boom, just look all the way over on the left, and it will say, learn from the Dragon Guard style, acquired by completing Dragon Hunt and Dragon Hold daily quests in Southern Elsewhere. And you can see that each and everything's has it. So here's another fun fact for you guys, just because you're here, I like to give you the fun facts. If it says that it drops from a dungeon like this, and you want to get guaranteed motif drops from a dungeon, this is not style pages, this is motifs. So this is not monster helmet and shoulder styles. This is just motif styles, so don't get confused. If you complete the dungeon on hard mode, you are guaranteed to get a motif, a purple motif, not a style page. That's different. Separate those two concepts in your head, because this is what confuses people a lot. So generally every single dungeon, the DLC ones, has a motif style that was added inside of it, right? And if you want to get a guaranteed motif drop, such as this Huntsman helmet, for whatever reason, I guess you want to look like that guy from the Holy Grail, all you need to do is to farm the dungeon on hard mode with your boys, and each one of you, all four of you, because you can take 4 people in, each get a motif style. But the nice thing about what I'm showing you is that this is how you can get everything. You can see every single map here. This, for example, Red Orin helmet is a very weird one to get. You guys can see here, acquired from stealing. That's so weird, So that's how you can see all of the things here. Also, thank you, Alex, for breaking down the questions faster. Do you know what the drop rates are for either the class motive, style pages, and or gear in the Infinite Archive? I do not. ZeniMax does not like to disclose drop rates. They hate it. They like to keep it a mystery. Whew. So my throat's killing me. Start pulling out these old items here. Some of these I'm going to use on myself because I'm that guy. Never stop that motif grind. What level Thieves Guild and whatnot am I? Oh, some of my stuff actually is already sold. I had started to list up some of my stuff earlier that I had been getting. I guess some of it's been selling. I think I maxed out on both. This character I think is like maxed out on like everything. Like maxed out Dark Brotherhood, maxed out Thieves Guild. Don't ask me why they have these. Honey Hulk. You know, honestly, I think I have a cough drop. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I still have those. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. Don't everyone leave. Sit, like the video, listen to the Skyrim music. Get me demonetized. Is the Skyrim music still on? I don't hear the Skyrim. Hello? Oh, it's just the Skyrim atmosphere? What? So it's literally like we're just walking up. Alright, well, pretend that you guys are playing Skyrim right now and you're walking up that annoying ass temple, or not the mountain thing to get to the temple to talk to the Greybeards. I'll be back. All right. Found a cough drop. It sounds like I'm sucking on something. I'll switch the stream title to ASMR stream. That way everything balances out. Alrighty. So here we got a bunch of stuff to list here. And some of this stuff I actually do not own myself. So we're just going to bind that stuff to ourselves here. Max Sork strong right now. DK and Nightblade are also beefy. I like Nightblade and Sorcerer for PvP myself. I need more buoyant Arminger. What are you guys referencing? Oh, somebody asked, what are the best classes for PvP? Here's the thing, right? PvP is so very dependent on your playstyle, in my opinion. I don't think there's necessarily any wrong answers. Like, no class is bad. Some are predictable, like Wardens, for example. Predictable. If you go against a Warden, you pretty much know what they're going to do. Do I have any random stolen things? Just take that off me. Now let us go to the Imperial City. And we're going to do this fun thing called gambling. Are you testing, scribing, or doing PvP? Not currently. This is not PTS. This is just the old Xbox server. I do have a PvP setup on, but it's not necessarily built for that. Also, I'm experimenting with using vampirism as a little thing. Oh, that's the guild bank. That's not what I need. All right, now we need to withdraw currency. You can see, I made this character broke. All right, so we're gonna withdraw our Telvar. We're gonna go die with it. I'm kidding. Please don't. Please don't die with this. What are the best armor sets for a Mag Sork? Is that a PvP question? Were you the one that asked about the Mag Sork? But like this is saying, it will depend greatly on what you are trying to do. For example, there's pet builds, non-pet builds. I actually think that one of the best mythics right now for sorcerers is that really annoying one to get. That is very loud. I don't know. 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 All right, so another fun fact for you. Waxed apothecary parcels are goated if you are a PC nerd. However, generally, they're not nearly as good on Xbox. Why is that? Let's talk about that just briefly. Why alchemy ingredients are not as good on consoles? Because there's a lot of new players that come into ESO and a lot more bots. And bots pick up stuff on the ground. And a lot of people, because of that, are, new players will use this as an easy gold method. They'll sell plants to you. Kind of like giving a loved one a bouquet of flowers. This weekend is also Mother's Day weekend. Don't forget, buy those cards. And because of that, of the bots and the new players trying to make money, alchemy ingredients are not worth nearly as much as they should be. They're very devalued. And there's less of an endgame player base spread on console as there is on PC. On PC, for example, though, every time somebody does endgame content, they will consistently be using potions, ingredients, consumables. And because of that, they're going to be wasting through materials that they're going to need to replace. And because of that, the ESO open market is pretty favorable to people who sell alchemy ingredients. And if you're talking about Stam Sork, this is kind of like my Stam Sork build. It's Masters, Perfected Daggers, Baitstrand Ice, Marsalok, Drudic, Dragon's Appetite, and then Sea Serpent's Quill, I think, is pretty good, and then Trainee. Sea Serpents, I think, is secretly really good on a Sorcerer because you're very mobile, but that new Mythic that I've been looking at that I just am not able to get because I am just not lucky enough. Where are you, little rapscallion? The Torque. This, I think, is actually the best Mythic right now on a Sorcerer. It just gives you such great stats that you can build off of. I think it's just exceptionally good. This is the Mythic, though, that I'm referencing. I think there's a lot of good Mythics you can use. Gaze of Sithis, I think, is also highly underrated as a Mythic. So we are going to buy a bunch of these, and we're going to open these and hope that we get good gear for our Telvar that we can sell. And we're going to use this to kind of fill out some of our other fill-ins. You know what's really sad is we had the highest viewership the whole stream when I was AFK getting a cough drop. When I came back, everyone was like, The Be Right Back screen was just so interesting with the ambient music. Everyone was just like, man, that's great. It's like I feel like I'm in Skyrim again. I wonder if my thing's been DMCA'd yet. Do I have any problems with that yet? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Have I gotten myself into trouble with the YouTube gods? Place your bets, 50-50. I don't think any of the music played so far would be problematic. What do we got? Oh, we got 39 likes. Okay, it's good. Our average viewership is 80 currently. Also fantabulous. All right. Yeah, can't complain. No DMCA takedowns yet. We've not done anything bad enough to where the YouTube gods are angry at me. Are the Twitch gods angry? Potentially. You never know. I've lost so much Telvar stones dying with them on me before I realized that you lose them every time you die. Yeah, that'll do it. Any medium healer sets? So healing is a bit of a weird... You talk about PvP healing, PvE healing. Healing is a bit of a weird concept because generally healers do more than just heal people. Sounds a bit weird, I know, but follow my train of logic here. Generally, healers are more responsible for buffing your teammates in addition to keeping them alive. Clockwork City Zone DLCs after the Morrowind chapter. That's true. Did somebody ask about chronological order? Oh yeah, so it goes Vardenfell, Clockwork City, Somerset, I believe. Is that right? Vardenfell, Clockwork City, Somerset. I think that's right, isn't it? I believe though once you finish a storyline that like goes into another one, it should tell you. What's your preference, Twitch or YouTube? Doesn't really make a difference. I don't know like monetization wise, like what's better or anything like that either. Ooh, meritorious service. Ooh. Are you sure it's not Clockwork first? All right, let me look. So now you guys have got me. Now you got me all twisted. ESO chronological order. Give me the one that's got the really don't. This guy's got it listed out. I don't want to read. Just give me a nice map. That's what I want. Oh, hang on, everybody. Hang on. Aha. Oh, would you look at this? Would you look at this? Look who was correct. 12. You can see right there Vardenfell. You guys can't see Somerset though because it's off screen. Oh, that's not what I want to move. Woo. Look at that. Oh, boom. Look at that. 13. Clockwork City. Shkadoosh. And now you can see the rest of it too. And we currently are just flipping items. And right now we're just looking at ESO in chronological order. Imperial City's number 8. I also now realize too that my thing is off center. Let me move this back. Oh, what the heck? My chat moved? How the heck moved? Hang on, we're gonna go back to the other screen. That one's all wonky now. Ooh, my chat's like weirdly off centered. Increase the size of you guys' chats. Must have clicked buttons on accident. There you guys go. Sorry about that. I don't know why you guys were all weird. Alright, we've not gotten anything super exciting yet. The nice thing though is that a lot of these sets are pretty niche. And Mesa Powerful Assault's pretty good. A lot of these sets are pretty niche in that a lot of people aren't selling them. So when you do have people that want them, like, you know, somebody might want the Imperial Physique set for a heavy attack build inside the Imperial City, you know, you probably are going to be one of the only people selling them. Powerful Assault, good. Reactive Greatsword. See, some of these sets I just don't even remember existing. It'd be really tricky to sell some of these up. I was hoping that we would get like one of the goated items here, but we're not getting anything super goated. Now is when we start listing up the items. And we hope to see that we can profit. My favorite DLC, I'm sorry I forgot to answer your question, is Somerset. Best storyline I've had in a long time. Where did I find that map? Well, dear friend, I can put it inside of the chat for you. 1 second. Let me put this bad boy in the chat for you. Boom. There you go. Just for you guys, because I love you all. Alright. Now's the stressful part. Now as we start listing items. Now, if it's just a random set that, like, when you deal critical damage to an enemy while behind them, you inject them with leeching poison. Be honest, never even really considered the set. Don't even really know anything about it. But it's an interesting item. Maybe somebody will sticker book it, whatever. Same with this set. This is one of those sets where it's like, we're just gonna throw it up in there. We're broke because we've lowered our income. See, here's interesting. We're gonna reduce damage taken, companion piece here. Yeah, we're deliberately going broke here. That way we can make some gold. Try different methods and things here. So these are the items that we bought and are flipping. I wonder if is anybody even selling the Imperial Physique? Let me see if anyone's even listing these up. Does not seem like it. Imperial Physique is a really niche set to list, but there's people who really like this set. I'd honestly try to sell this for like 25. Nobody's listing it. Nobody's talking about it, you know? Is anybody selling the... Oh, somebody is selling this. God, I was hoping this would be better. Might just leave that there for now. Same with this. We are also going to start throwing up these Imperial pieces. How's it going, Austin? Thank you for stopping by. We are just converted some of our Telvar pieces into some random sets. We're just throwing them up there for random pieces. Hey, Jake, I got 2 etheric ciphers from the anniversary event and about 1 for 1 and about 1 for 1 million gold to resell. How long do you think it will take for the prices to go down? See, here's why I think that the guild trader changes will be helpful. Is usually it takes a full 30 days for the guild traders to like reset, clear out all of that junk, just to get them out. So because of that, 30 days is usually how long it takes to get away from the event sales range. Sometimes just over, because some people will be listing items just as the event ends, but it'll be nice. This next update, it'll be 14 days. Jake, some plain sets will be really useful with scribing because they can handle better with the scribing effects. That's true. That'll be very interesting to see. I always look at it too. We're just trying to fill out some guild trader slots. Usually my go-to price is just throw them up for 5,000. See what we can get. Transmutation in Divine's not 90,000. Let's throw them up for 10. Increased damage done. Medium companion gear. Throw it up for 20. You know. Powerful assault staffs probably 350,000. 350,000. Wow. All right, now we got some just generic motif styles. I feel like this should be more. People, I was actually going to list it up for 12. List it up for 11. Daggers, we bought this for ridiculously cheap, so we're just going to try to get rid of that. Do you think ciphers will be normal price faster than things like Dragon's Blood, Realm at the minute? I think that actually a lot of those things like Dragon Bloods and Realm will return to normal prices faster for the simple fact that they're going to be used more frequently than the ciphers. For example, every minute that passes by, right, people are using Dragon's Blood, Dragon's Realm, potions, all that other lovely jubbly stuff, right? How many people are buying ciphers? Not nearly as many. How successful are you in selling companion gear? I had maybe over 100 pieces, and you posted for 20k. Do you think I saw a lot for that price? It will depend significantly on the traits, as well as heavy, medium, light, etc. Powerful assault on what platform? That's also an important question. Just got a work email. Oh my gosh. Goopers. Anywho, we bought this for like a couple thousand gold. See if we can get 8. Dragon's Loot will probably never recover. Oh, it depends. Is there a reason why do you mean overland aspect of the game is so easy? I struggle playing because of this. Do you mean, Big Vaughn, you talk about the overworld? You bought a cipher. That's honestly, it's the best time to buy them if you're going to buy them. Am I right? I mean, what better time to jump in the market than when the market is completely crashed on them? Well, thank you for the Twitch subscription, Dark Hunter. Dark Hunter, are you a little rapscallion? Have you even said anything in the Twitch chat? Just dropping in and dropping a subscription without even saying anything or asking anything? Yeah, so Overland is easy because it's intended to be easy. content is supposed to ramp up. So you got your overland content. That's supposed to be like the stepping stone to do dungeons. Then dungeons are the stepping stones to do trials. But also, too, the overland is also a way that you can get a lot of PvP sets. I think it's intentional that a lot of the best PvP sets, at least originally, you could get from the overland. You didn't have to do dungeon content to get a lot of PvP-esque sets. So that way you could take overland sets and you could go straight into dungeon content, or you go straight into PvP content. It's meant to be easy without stressing out a lot of new players. Oh, sucks that these rings are blue. Oh, it's Limp from YouTube. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense as to why you hadn't said anything, because I was like, really interesting for people to just drop a Twitch subscription without saying anything, but you know, to each their own. Everyone's allowed to do what they want. But thank you guys. Helps me look credible in the eyes. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitch. So even if you're not a Twitcher, if you have a Twitch account, just please hit the follow button. We are 153 followers away from our goal on Twitch. So that's all we need to get still is 153. My philosophy of turning writs into gold? What do you mean by philosophy? Do you mean like the best ways to do it? Or do you just mean like what do I personally do with my master writs? In what way are you meaning that? Some of these sets I'm like, I've never heard of these, but you know what? Maybe there's some random completionist out there. Okay, isn't this? Yeah, this is the block set. I actually bought this set. Hey, but so Sin City Ron, when you say master writs, are you talking about like how I would turn them to gold, or just like generally what do I do with them? So like if you want to convert your master writs to gold, I mean obviously do them, complete them, and then the best thing that you can do is just buy the stations. Don't invest all in one station. Buy like a couple blacksmithing ones, couple clothing ones, etc., etc., and then go ahead and sell those all individually. Those are generally the best thing to do. The mathematical thing to do is actually to buy the speed ups. The problem is that those speed ups are not, they're the most profit per writ. The problem is they don't sell as easily as you might want. I saw your old video about writs and the cost of materials where it's not profitable. That's true. I would generally not go out and buy master writs with the intention to get money. However, if you find master writs, then it's, you know, you're looking at just the construction side of things versus how much gold you're going to be getting afterwards. So from there, it makes much more sense, you know, because then you're just spending materials. Yeah, playing without add-ons does look kind of sad, but it's also very clean, crisp, you know? And that is true too. Attunables will sell better with the 3 new crafted sets coming out. Target skeletons are also a decent option to go through. Mathematically, it is the speed up scrolls if you're looking at their average price versus cost for writ. The problem is that a lot of the speed ups are geared towards brand new players, right? And when you're a brand new player, you don't have a lot of gold and you don't know what you should be purchasing. So they don't really know where to go to even get those speed ups. And because of that, a lot of them won't buy them, even though it's a great investment for them. Which can make things a bit tricky. Furnishing and furnishing plans are the right ones to go for good money. Also a good option too. There's really nothing that's like horrible that you can buy with writ vouchers. I feel like the lightning staff of Imperial Physique is actually going to be pretty good because there's got to be people out there, right, that are like, you know, I want to build a heavy attack build in the Imperial City, right? Like, it just has to happen. I feel it in my loins that this is a good item to sell. I don't know if you guys also feel it. I'm about to be proven wrong. Okay, average price 62,800. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good, you know, for what we spent, which was, which was what? What did I say that was? I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, which was 1,500 Telvar. Boom. Now we're getting 62,800 gold. Not too shabby. Are there any Blackwood treasure maps listed? There's really not any of those listed. Really? Baron Zadris maps. Go get. I'm gonna go get my own, Ron. I'm gonna get my own. I'm about to have 50 of those bad boys. You know. How much are Blackwood treasure? Why are there no Blackwood treasure maps listed at any of these guild traders? That is crazy. Okay, 10,000. Okay, there we go. Let's this up for 10,000. Wow. All right, there we go. The Reach. Come on, somebody's got to be selling the Reach maps. 3,000. All right, not better than the what? 100 gold pieces we bought it for. I'll list it up for 3,000. Vardenfell is another interesting zone because it's got good sets, but a bit old. We'll just list it up for 3,000. 3,000. How much are the Western Skyrim maps selling for? Anyone got any listed? Anyone selling any? Come on, fellas. 20,000. That's not sold for 8 days, though. Let's just list it up for 10. We bought it for like a couple hundred gold pieces. It's true. Nurse your Stargate, cousin. Public dungeon in the caverns has tons of urns where you can go to get stuff. I have an old video on that place. So the cough drop's wearing off. That's 900 gold. And granted, we bought these for fucking 100, but that's not the price point that I was hoping to get. Also, because we talked about it earlier, house cut only gets cut when the items are sold, versus the listing fees, the fee that you pay to list an item. When converting writs, what's a good gold ratio? It will just depend on the meta. It also depends significantly on the platform you're on, because, as you guys may remember, there's a lot of bots on certain consoles, and because of that, bots just flood the market with raw materials. So because of that, Xbox NA, for example, has really cheap raw materials, but PC does not have that same influx of raw materials being so cheap. Because of that, it could be so cattywampus. Oh, bro, I am fully ready for the new skin. I am a completion. I've done every quest that exists. My body is ready, as the kids say. Anyone selling this? Nobody is selling the Malakina shoulder? Okay, 90,000! Drew, you savage. You ripped me off. I'm just kidding. Let's just throw it up for 90. I mean, granted, our margin of profit has been... So, like, we bought this for 70, right? If we sell this for 90, we've only realistically made, like, 13,000 gold, which isn't nothing. But we're also matching the lowest fee. I do think that it will sell because I think it's a fair item for it, but these are things that you have to be thinking about when you're flipping items. Build in an Oaken Soul Stam Sork. Which shoulders do you suggest? Well, thank you for the $9.99. Are you talking about like a one-piece shoulder, or are you going to do like a 5-3-2-1 or some other type of build? If you're doing a one-piece, let's see what I have in my inventory. I have so many random ones. I do like the Swarm Mothers. If you're just doing a one-piece, Swarm Mothers gives you Stam and Magicka. That's always great. But there's one, is it Stone Keepers, that gives you Stam, Mag, and health. I generally think that it's really good to have... Oh, Mag Sork. Oh. I thought you meant... For some reason, when you said Oaken Soul Sork, I thought you meant Stam for some reason. Well, I would definitely... Because you're definitely going to use Stamina more as a Mag Sork. Swarm Mothers is a good one piece, but also Stone Keepers is a good one piece as well. Let's go through here real quick. Are you going to try to do a two-piece monster set, or are you just going to do the one-piece monster set? Where is Stone Keepers? Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. Why am I missing this? A Twitch video is about 2 minutes faster. Well, that's weird. Helmet and shoulder. So if you were going to use a two-piece monster set, I would say that Battle-Orgs is your best bet. I'm a huge Battle-Orgs boy. Because when you use an ultimate, you gain weapon and spell damage equal to the amount of ultimate consumed. And you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with this. You can use Dawnbreaker, which is a good combo to go with it. Let's take a look at why that's a good combination, in my opinion. So if you use Dawnbreaker of Smiting, you deal a lot of damage. And obviously, too, you can build this up as you go. And you can, so even though it costs 110 ultimate, you can cast it later to build up your Battle-Orgs. But there's also two really good, both morphs of Dawnbreaker are really good for you to use. What was I doing? So if you're going to do that, if you're going to use a two-piece, I would go Battle-Orgs. One piece, I would do Swarm Mothers or Stone Keepers. Oh, how many more spaces do we need to list up in? So this one's got 11. I wonder if these are worth anything. I just got them listed. We'll go back to the Imperial City, gamble a little bit more. I appreciate you, by the way, cheating the system and dual streaming me. Yeah, I could walk in. How fast do you think one of you guys would stream snipe me if I walked to the Imperial City with 273,000 Telvar on me? How fast do you think I would get killed? I gave up on the geyser. I'm guilty of not finishing that. Crazy to think that we just picked up 31 items and you really didn't how much Telvar we had. But more listings for us. A bit of a gamble too for me, because this is kind of something I've never invested in before. Generally, I'm a bit of a risk-averse person where I'll just buy Hajaku runes like a little baby, and from there, really, I would just, you know, convert those and throw a Kuda with them, and then boom. If stream sniping was not against the TOS, I would so jack you up in the Imperial City. A lot of confidence. Probably well placed. Is it against TOS to stream snipe, or is that Twitch's TOS? Or is that does ZeniMax have a TOS against stream sniping? How do you even prove that? I mean, I guess I would see all of your guys' gamer tags and be like, wait a minute. I would just walk outside and there'd be like 50 of you in stealth. Powerful Assault, good. Thank you, Timberwolf, for the subscription with your Prime, you little rapscallion. Timberwolf, have you said anything in chat? In Twitch chat? Are you new? Are you secretly a YouTube viewer who also came over and hasn't spoken on their Twitch account yet? It's Zoss's TOS now. You know damn well some of the other Twitch streamers were crying about it. They're killing me. Oh, look, we got one. Hey, look at this. We got one of the polymorphs. Okay, all right, look at this. That's kind of dope. You can't resell it, apparently, if you get it in a box. You just get it like that, but that's pretty dope. That's like a lot of Telvar normally. The question is, can you get it as a duplicate, even though you can't use it again? You take screenshots of your Twitch account and such, since most people have them linked to their ESO for drops. Even still, like, is somebody gonna, like, you know, brag in chat, like, I'm the one that stream sniped you? Like, you know, what are you, like, an admission of guilt? I think it's just kind of a dumb thing. Like, ESO's PvP is not, like, intense that you're not risking a lot, you know what I mean? Like, if I die, especially in Cyrodiil, right? Like, if you guys kill me in Cyrodiil, you know, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what am I losing that I need to, you know, have a full TOS rule made because of that? And I say that because I know some of you guys have killed me in Cyrodiil while you're watching the stream. Alright, so here's Ashes of the Red Mountain. Throw this up for 20. Guilty. This guy, huh? This guy. I die in Cyrodiil all the time. It depends on like what I'm using set wise, but yeah, I'm not the greatest at Cyrodiil. Depending on what build I'm doing, I rely on copying the most broken builds. I've not seen Law. You talk about Law Dog's video? I've not seen that, unfortunately. What is this set? Increases your damage done by 6%. Huh. Thank you, D-Lo. I appreciate your commitment to the numbers boosting. We're about 10 minutes left on the stream. We're kind of just going through, listing up the items, and then get a little bit of a status update tomorrow. See kind of what's been selling, what's not been selling. Fortunately, we didn't get any super big boy items. Nothing super crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, and this is not directed towards him specifically, but like, my biggest complaint with people who make ESO PvP videos is, and it's not necessarily anything that they're doing wrong, but like, I could take clips, selective clips of me killing people and then edit out me dying 1,000 times. You know, like what, like how do you know as a viewer what's actually like really goated with the sauce, as the kids say? I mean, you want to have the goat sauce builds, but how do you know how do you know how much is edited out, you know? I thought about making a fake PvP montage where, like, you know how like you can see like the day and night cycle? So it's like every other clip, it like switches from night to daytime to night to daytime. That way it's like how often are you, how often do you have to, you know, take a new game clip? I say you're about doing something like that. Because I mean, that's what I think. Like, you know, like if you're in a situation where you can edit a video, I mean, I can edit anything. I can make myself look like a PvP god, you know, in front of all of you guys. But like, it would, you know, I'm sure there'd be a lot of death in there that I would just, you know, leave out. You know, what's the point of putting that in there? Those are the thoughts that I have to myself. I also have other thoughts, like if I started an OnlyFans and just if one of you subscribed to it, then I could say I'm a professional OnlyFans model on my LinkedIn. Or professional model, excuse me, on my LinkedIn. Just to flex on those other women that do it online. Be like, I'm actually a professional model, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and social worker. What a combo. And don't get too excited. I'm not actually going to do it. I spend too much money on OnlyFans. I can't afford to make my own. I'm just kidding. How do you guys budget in all those OnlyFans subscriptions? Darn. Don't do that to me. And I mean, that's a good point, Linus. Like, seeing people do it on stream is also much better. Had my credit card already. Get out of here, you silly gooses. Like, running out of steam on this freaking cough drop. You just can't make me laugh. It makes me cough because of my throat. That is about all of the stuff listed and the stuff that I bought. So, good job, everybody. This has been day one of us trying to recoup our money. I am curious what gold methods you would like me to try on stream. You know, a big preacher, you know, bringing yourself up from your bootstraps, that the game's not rigged towards the rich. You know, that anybody can become a billionaire on ESO. You know, all you have to do is just not drink your Starbucks coffees. So what gold methods are you interested in seeing from beginning to end? Also, just generally what ones you're interested in, because I will also be doing a tier list on gold methods, ranking them. And it's been some interesting suggestions from all of you guys, ranging from being a taxi service to Argonian erotic roleplay to fishing as the gold methods that you would like me to put on a tier list. So I am just absolutely excited to make a tier list on all of those gold methods. Stripping in high aisle. Oh god. Also, I think my chat box is busted again. There we go. Let me reset it. YouTube chat is gone again. What I should do is S tier, S triple plus tier is actually Tales of Tribute, best gold method in the game. Winning just gives you the best items, best furnishing plans. Oh. Turn 10k into 100k by flipping challenge. That's interesting. I do like items like or challenges like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know how much. The only thing about flipping that I don't like is it's very specific. In a specific, like it's in a vacuum, right? So like, let's say I was like fishing for Sigic satchels, right? When I'm fishing for Sigic satchels, you're seeing from beginning to end me fishing, getting perfect row, getting Sigic satchels, listing those, etc., etc. It's easier to duplicate. Flipping can be a little bit more tricky because, you know, I could find an item immediately that's like listed for 10,000 gold that's worth 100,000 gold, you know, like immediately. And then it's like, oh, you know, challenge done. I do like the idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea by any means. I'm just saying, you know, when it comes to trying to duplicate gold methods, I'm looking at more stuff that anybody watching could duplicate without having a whole lot of prior knowledge. Maybe limit it to materials or something. All right, let's not do anything crazy now. Although I could make gold just by running around and picking up stuff in speed gear. Wouldn't that be a fun stream? There are quite a few people though that are emotionally attached. Lusty Argonian. Wait, what did that say? Lusty Argonian made method by Azura. Is it better than toe picks? Listen, you guys are just thirsty for her. You guys should really be thirsty for me. I was kidding. I read the Argonian, Lusty Argonian made before she did, you know? As a subscription challenge that you guys hit. That is true first. Everybody sucks at PvP first. I gravitate towards high damage build rather than ones though. Oh, it's going. I gravitate towards high damage build rather than ones run by a tree. Outlast your opponent resource builds. If I'm going down, I'm gonna try to best take you down with me. Yeah, I'm also of that mindset. I hate overly tanky builds. I feel like I'm missing another message here. Is there a skill or set that messes with enemy player controls? I have times where my tune will do a 180 and I can't do anything. It could be like the fear mechanic, potentially. Or knockback or something along those lines too that can kind of make your screen be a little cattywampus. Yeah, lag also is something that can do that. Cyrodiil just being Cyrodiil the way that it is. Operating as the developers intentionally didn't intend for it to work. I'm also going to switch myself to ending soon. We did our 2-hour stream here. Try to keep these relatively similar. The support has been fantastic. We've averaged between 80 and 100 concurrent viewers, which is fantastic. I just have to say thank you guys for that. If you are able to, head on over to Twitch, just because I need only 152 more Twitch followers. I'll put it in the YouTube chat. A little shameless self-promotion here. I love all of you guys. If you are able just to follow, again, just follow. You don't have to subscribe. Please don't feel the need to do anything crazy. Judge Blackheart with the eyes. To get on the stream team, you have to be on 1,000 Twitch followers. So we're just trying to get to that marker here. Thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys all for stopping by. That means a lot to me that you guys have come around here today. The likes on this stream were great. The support was great, especially because it's in the middle of the evening and because I sound like Lois Griffin choking on sand half this stream here. So thank you for putting up with me, but the cough drops are wearing out. My throat is is becoming sore. Just all that chanting of "You never walk alone" at Anfield. Oh, well, thank you guys. Actually, 6 of you guys did just go over and follow on Twitch, so thank you. It means a lot to me. We're so close to that milestone. It's 146 more Goofy Goobers away. Save your throat for OnlyFans. These guys. I just want to be able to put that I am a public figure, professional model, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, you know. I have sold shirts on my YouTube store, so I could say professional clothing designer, you know. Jake Clips, professional clothing designer. I designed those myself. And, I've sold at least once. I mean, that shows that I'm a professional. If you make more than $0, you're legally a professional. I'll start selling some sauce too, like that pink sauce lady. I'll be a professional chef. I'm just going to try to get all of the acolytes. But thank you guys so much again for stopping by. Thank you for liking the stream even on a rainy day. And it means a lot to me for you stopping by. And before I choke myself out and you guys have to listen to me pass away on stream, I will let you guys go here. Enjoy your evenings. Don't forget Mother's Day is this weekend, because I guarantee you some of you forgotten. Get those cards, get those flowers. Have a great weekend.